When the big sister calls out her lies, it's not awkward at all, it makes her heart hurt just a little. During their little chat, she gets exposed head on. It's like having a tickling caterpillar in her heart. Can you believe the audacity? She swears she'll make this girl pay dearly for her fibs. Lucia rushed to brag about how she could get her hands on the latest flyer recipe, hoping to score a sweet deal in silence. Facing the merciless confrontation with the big sister, Lucia quickly called Miko, trying to leverage the bounty on the real culprit to score the flyer recipe. She spilled the beans about her situation to Miko, only to be shot down. Miko claimed this recipe was a secret weapon. With that, Miko hurried off, completely oblivious that he almost got pushed into a bottomless pit. The rejected Lucia and her partner didn't give up hope. Instead, they shifted the focus to Miko's close friend Kevin, attempting to turn the tables through him. On one side, Brotherhood; on the other, Betrayal. Kevin found himself in a real pickle. All she did was encourage Kevin to think it over, left her contact, and strutted right out of there. A fella was thriving in LA with his recipe, dreaming big like a kid in a candy store. But dreams are always rosy, right? Miko never saw it coming that his pal Kevin would stab him in the back. To hunt down his cousin's murderer, Kevin plotted to trade Miko's recipe for some juicy inside info with Lucia. He told Kevin the shooter was the Mexican gang's big boss, found every weekend afternoon. And so, this became the perfect spot for revenge, but Kevin sneakily hands over the recipe before they even return. Lucia got the recipe and immediately found the big sister settling scores with the Mexican gang once and for all. But just as she left, an undercover agent lurking nearby sensed trouble and urgently notified the police to take action. With a criminal like this, the undercover showed no mercy. Lucia, in a bid to lighten her own sentence, threw Miko under the bus. Suddenly, Lucia's phone chimed. It was Miko calling. Talk about a pie dropping from the sky. Miko found out Kevin had gone solo to get revenge and immediately connected the dots to Lucia's scheme. To avoid a bloodbath, he hurriedly asked Kevin where he was, while the officer next to him gestured for him to come clean. They found out that the killer frequented the park every weekend. Once everyone arrived, it would be a cinch to take him down. Soon enough, Kevin and the Miko trio showed up simultaneously at the park, and the tension skyrocketed. Miko kept urging Kevin to chill out, reminding him to be patient and not act recklessly until they had the upper hand. But Kevin was blinded by fury, dead set on giving the killer a social visit today. Miko felt a rush of anxiety knowing that if the killer was dead tonight, his kingdom would collapse like a house of cards. But Kevin didn't care at all. He pulled out his gun and squeezed the trigger, nearly taking himself out in the process. Miko, left with no choice, had to take him down. The lurking police rushed in to make the arrest. Big Head signaled Miko to skedaddle. Meanwhile, Kevin, hit, flailed around like a headless chicken. After escaping, Miko felt a sense of guilt wash over him. Little did he know this was just a lesson on the road to power. Back in the safe house, Miko and his uncle debated strategies, clueless about how to tackle their predicament. The stakes were high, and Uncle advised him to be hid until things cooled down. Miko made up his mind, thinking he'd sneak a peek at Mom before bolting. He snuck back home. Mother and son hugged tightly, but the warmth was broken by outside footsteps. Just as he was about to slip away, he found himself surrounded by cops, waiting for the inevitable arrest. Under the stunned gaze of the neighbors, Miko got shoved into a police car, and the plot reached a peak. Rising mob boss was about to make his grand debut. This kid from the hood lost everything overnight. Who would have thought his own best friend would betray him, almost costing him his life? He couldn't even keep his shoes. But this kid knew not to step on toes. All he wanted now was to bail out and get back to business as usual. Soon enough, the day of the hearing arrived. The judge set bail, only to be suddenly interrupted by the plaintiffs. The subtitles reveal he was actually a fugitive on the run and was charged with being ineligible for bail. Bad news, Miko was sent to jail and found Riley, a familiar face, as soon as he got his bunk. He introduced his buddy to the others. We're from the same block, had a few bumps, but we watch each other's backs now. But as night fell, Riley and his gang came at Mikkel like a pack of hungry wolves, ready to give him a beatdown. Mikkel got smashed around, looking like a pancake, lying on the floor all night. Subtitles. The following day, his family members came to visit him, and his uncle assured him that he would get him out as soon as possible. Big Head showed his prison immune lessons, showing how to survive this joint. Mikko had enough of sitting around. He decided it was time to retaliate instead of taking it lying down. Mikko found the guy who snatched his kicks and didn't hesitate to throw a right hook. Now he wasn't afraid to head home. Tomorrow was court day, but things took an unexpected turn.